Good evening, Dungeon Dwellers. Welcome back to Dave's Dungeon. I'm your host, Dungeon Master Dave, and we are back with another episode of Bloodborne. Now, we don't have a whole lot left. We have finished up all the DLC, from what I can tell, and now the only thing left to do is come in here and make some contact with our first host, guest of the hour, Old Man Gurman. Now, he's sitting up here at the base of this tree, and I just have to say, before we get into whatever this is a picturesque place. I mean, if I had to guess, this is where we're going to do some thingies. I mean, it looks really cool. Sorry, my nose is itching for some reason. Boss senses are tingling. So, anyways, let's get into this. Let's see what Gurman wants. Oh, Gurman!
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end.
Yeah, I'll put everything to bed.
I will show you mercy.
What?
You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed.
I don't.
Hunter's dream.
I don't. What? What? So we either submit our life and die, which we've done a lot of in the course of this game, or we can refuse. Oh no! Screw your offer.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream?
No, it was the terrible accommodations that you put me on when you sent me on this tour.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, screw you. I want a refund. This was supposed to be a vacation.
It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes.
What? Oh. So you're gonna kill me whether I want you to or not.
Tonight, Gammon joins the hunt.
Joins. You made me do everything. You pain in the ass. Hey, come on, man. What you got? What you got? Hey, whoa. What you got? Oh, I screwed that up heavily. Come on. Oh. Whoa. Woohoo! We're getting... What were you in that wheelchair for, man? You could have helped me out with this. Oh, God. I'm, like, not even getting a shot off anymore. Got him. Ripping your leg off. Come on, son of a gun. Oh, so now you're going to go all Shooty McShooterstein. Well, come on. Oh. What you got? Oh, Come on. Wow. completely missed. Jesus, got him without. This dude's not playing fair at all. Jesus. I don't know if I should go in and try to beast mode him. Oh, in the stomach. Ouch, full combo hurts. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what? Let's stick with this. Ah. Dang it. Gotta remember I can't hit him with that. Keep trying to shoot him. Not gonna work. Oh, I might as well switch over. Pain in the gooch. Oh God. You son of a hooker. Alright, so I can just kind of go through that move. Oh no, what are you doing? Oh, losing your mind? Why are you looking up at the moon? Oh, wow. Now that's what I call power. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Come on. Oh, God. That hurts like so much. Alright, we got 4 left. There's 3 left. I don't feel like this dude's all that hard. Oh yeah. Alright, we gotta do something differently there. Gotta dodge twice or something. Oh, you going back to sword? Well, let's get it, you hooker. God dang it, no. Oh, what in the world? Good grief. Okay, not wasting so much time with shooting him in the beginning. Even though I think that is a better strategy than just walking up to his face. Come on, heal. Oof. Last one. We're in it now. God, that hurts so freaking much. I got nothing. Flip the dippy. Go for it, man. I think I got your number, though. Feeling good. Feeling good. That didn't take all that long. Wasn't the orphan a cost. We're still okay. Although that took 9 minutes. Jesus. I don't know. Did we try him with sort of big sword cowboy? Let's try it out. What do we got to lose? Let's go. Oh, you did not like that, even though it didn't do much damage. Oh, it's doing something. Let's save him up. Come on, big boy. Ooh. Eat a big fat chode, you son of... Oh, Jesus. Heat seeker. Alright, let's keep that health up. Flip. Come on. What you got, punk? Ouch. Apparently got something. Mm-mm. 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 That's too short-lived. Mm-mm. Come on. Pump. What you got? Ooh. Get the in and out tactic going. Catch these side bullets. Aha! Let's get some of these going before I run out of everything. Go ahead, run away. What you got? Oh, you gonna go up and do your little magic stuff? Oh, now you're not staggered by any of it, eh? Oh, God. Why do I get the feeling like this is some BS? Super Saiyan? Jesus, just missed that one. I'm in the wrong place. Good grief, that took almost all my health. Good grief. Quit it. God. Come on. Good grief. Come on. Come on, Dave. One. Still catching him with those. Still feeling good about that. Oh. He's got like so little health. Oh. Oh, we're so gonna get parried. Oh God, ouch. Just gonna keep wailing on him with that. Oof, come on. 2 health bars. Or 2 bullets left. Come on. I should have just done something with that. Oof. Come on. 5 left. No, come on. Ooh, 3. No bullets left. Just gotta hit him a few more times. Come on. Like 1 more time. 1. No, frick. Ouch. Come on. Crack an egg. Melon splitting mother trucker. Oh. I knew it. There is a great one who is part of this. Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. God, no. Don't take my heart. Oh no. It apparently doesn't like me. It won't accept me. Oh dear Christ. Please tell me no. No. No, nobody warned me that this was happening. God, no. I have 1 blood vial. And I'm at half health. No, guys. God, no. Oh, God. No, no. Alright, that's it for blood vials. You know what? Get me out of here. Oh, hell no. Hell no. How much time we got? 18 minutes? Good. Nah, he dead, girl. Do you know what's down there? Okay, so I got all my bullets and all my blood vials back. Ha ha. Hi-ya, hi, oh God, no please, God no. God no. God no, no. Flip it up. Oh God. Oh God. Can you heal up? Oh God. So he like completely takes your whole life at one point. And then you're just expected to figure that out. Oh Jesus. This I don't like this fight. Hit the tree roots. Whoa. Okay, all my life cut into ribbons. Ooh. Yes! Come on, it will do. Oh god, no. Okay. Still got 12 and 17 bullets, so we can still do some more of that. Ouch. Lopping that head off. What now? Okay, so the fire went out. I put the fire out, guys.
Are you cold?
Oh, I knew you were in on this. I knew you were in on this. Okay. Is that it? Is that all? Childhood's beginnings. Hidetaka Miyazaki-san. Arigato gozaimashite. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Was that a masterpiece of a game? I love it. It is right here in my heart, sitting side by side with Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. They're right there. They're in that even space. Thinking about that ending, we ate the umbilical cords. And I always thought that there was something going on with the Hunter's Dream. So the Hunter's Dream had its own great one. Just like the School of Bergenworth, just like the School of Mensis. It was all connected. And as we learned in the DLC, the fishing village was where we found Kos, that older great one that the church found, that first one. Which I'm guessing is where the blood came from. May not, may have. It's all up for interpretation from what I understand. It's more structured than Dark Souls is, but less, also not as structured as a typical story where it just explains itself. Oh my God. So, from what I gather, we became a great one ourselves, or we might have become the child of a great one. It says childhood's beginnings, so maybe we're a young. We've used enough of the insight to become a great one. And the doll has so much to do with this that it doesn't make sense that she's just there, that she's just this thing. And I noticed on the gibbering things with the big flat heads that use the frenzy mechanic, they have similar clothes. They have, like, their dress looks very similar to that of the doll. So, Patches the Spider, screw you, guy. Although I love whoever voices him. You, sir, deserve a job. You're great. But Patches the Spider, screw you. But yeah, that totally makes sense that she is part of this great one thing, and the other ones are attached to the other nightmares, these other great ones that are attached to these other schools. And it seems like Mensis was trying to make their own. Maybe not contact one, but make one out of souls. And from what I could tell from the school outside of Mensis, they used everyone to create one being. The one reborn, it looks like it's made of all those body parts. But yet all the people in the village of Yarhagul are fused with the buildings. They've all turned to stone. And even as far back as like the Cathedral Ward. All those statues, they weren't all statues. That was where that School of Mensis thing did its job, and it turned them all to stone. And those that didn't turn to stone were turned to beasts. It only makes sense. Now, some of you have dropped a theory that we're just crazy and that everyone else is normal. It's equally as plausible, I guess. It works where everyone's like, stay away, stay away. It makes sense. But this is storytelling that I just love. Like, this is where storytelling makes sense. Where you don't give me everything. You give me just enough to get me asking the question of what's going on before you... And God, I wish my nose would stop itching. Come on, quit it. And no, before you ask, I didn't do anything. My nose is just itching. Like, I feel like I've got so much like allergy and pollen up my nose. Oh. But guys, that was so much fun. God, and only 26 minutes. God. So, the church finds Koss. From what I can understand, full timeline. Let's go back. My theory's timeline. Dave's theory. Church makes contact with Koss. They either find it at the edge of the fishing village or whatever else, and they completely screw that up. Because why else hide it? So they kill it, they take its blood, they orphan the young great one, which makes me think that the orphan of Koss is the great one, is a great one, but in that way it's the same as the childhood's beginnings, where we're now a great one. That makes sense to me. So the church orphans Koss, or the church makes the orphan of Koss, and they orphan the great one, or they kill the great one. They take its blood and its pale blood. So they come back and they start to use that miracle. Well, at that point, it's Bergenworth, the church, without Lawrence at that point, and German. He's the first hunter. He's the one that killed Koss. That only makes sense, because Lawrence and the guy who makes Ludwig's Holy Blade, or Ludwig, they didn't come till later. They didn't come till Lawrence gets involved.
All signed and sealed.
What?
Now, let's begin the transfusion.
What?
Oh, don't you worry.
What?
Whatever happens, you
What?
may think it all
What?
a mere
What?
bad dream.
Why? What? Why? Okay, so this must be New Game Plus. And the cycle begins again. So, I'm actually going to exit the game for right now and just talk to you guys. So, I think they killed Koss. Bergenworth was part of that. They found the old blood. And they created blood ministration from there. They also created the Carol runes, because it talks about Koss and the Carol runes pretty substantially. And from there, they started to gain power by asking themselves questions about making contact, how to do all that. And they started to find insight through blood ministration and through the changes that were happening, through the experiments with the phantasms, the slugs that were all birthed from Koss, and all the stuff that happened in the fishing hamlet when they killed the great one. Because I feel like that place was cursed because of what they did. So then from there, from learning that that place was cursed and seeing what it did, the hunters were tasked with hiding it through Maria, who was a student of Gurman, from what I understand, his apprentice. And then Gurman and Lawrence, or not Lawrence, the guy at Bergenworth, the master of Willem and Gurman try to make contact, and each one does. Willem with Rom, and Gurman with the Moon Place. And they do it through the umbilical cords that they cut from Kos. So there's 4 umbilical cords, 3 of which you find in various places. One with the doll at the old workshop, where you see all the sickle swords from where Gurman was making his weapons. And then you find one at the choir with the woman in white in Yosefka's clinic. And she's birthing, she's pregnant, because the moon has changed and everything else. The third one you find from the Lady of the Night, in her child, because she has her child and you kill it. And then the 4th one, do you find it at Bergenworth? I think you find it at Bergenworth. If you don't find it at Bergenworth, I can't quite remember where you find it. But I know both of them made contact with a Great One, because there's a Great One at Bergenworth under the water, making sure nothing gets out of hand, because as Willem's trying to do, he's trying to keep everything hush-hush and keep the world from going into chaos. But still trying to research a new way to make contact or reach these things. And then Gurman's just trying to find a way to deal with the threat. And he's trying to use the power, but also deal with it. So it's like you deal with the nightmares that come, but you're still abusing that power. You're still using the moon presence. So it's both ends of the road. And Lawrence is the one who lets things get out of control, because he's told, hey, look, don't use the blood, don't do it. And Lawrence was working with Willem, because Willem was experimenting with it, I'm guessing, which is how his people got screwed up. And they became all buggy. And Lawrence went, I won't, and then effectively did. He created blood ministration. And as blood ministration spread, so did this disease. But I can't tell if there's multiple bad bloods. If there's like the one from Kos and then the one from Canehurst. Because the one from Canehurst seems to be special. Because you have the lady from Canehurst herself, the queen of the Vile Bloods. Then you have the Lady of the Night, who has the child. And then you have Alfred, who wants to go after that blood. And I don't know if it's the same one that the church wants to use or not. But I'm thinking it's not. I'm thinking it's just different, but yet the same. Because I know that there's that priest that you find in Yarhagul Hidden Village, that you can get her blood, and it's much the same as Yosefka's blood, and it's much the same as the hooker's blood, where they all 3 will heal you. But I don't know. I don't know if it's all the same. It doesn't seem to be the same. Because the Canehurst blood is said to be forbidden. I remember hearing that in the description. Then there's the church blood, which is blood ministration. And then there's just the doctor's blood, which you even find a vial of at the last level right before you go in to fight the Murgo's wet nurse. And I'm thinking, as the music crescendos, I'm thinking Murgo was a new one. Murgo was the newest threat. It was this... you've already had the moon presence. You've already had... Okay, well, hold on. they found that one that I had to fight that was the big tentacle monster and was shooting everything. But she was studied by the church, which I'm guessing the church to kind of like head away. It wasn't like Quelaag. That's from like Dark Souls 1. God, what was that thing's name? I can't remember. It's like Quaylana or something. I don't remember. But it's the one great one that we find that's off in the corner and can do all the lasers. Big tentacle monster with bitey face. Looks like a big bulb. But the church has that one, so that's like another one that's come in that they've made contact with. And I feel like it's the church. The church keeps doing this. They keep continuing the sin that they haven't learned from with Kos, where you killed Kos and it created this big old vacuum, and you took Kos's child. Oh, because they always are seeking a child, and so they find surrogates. Maybe that one's a surrogate. Could just be another one that came along that the church made contact with, and just they studied instead of killing. But then it fell on the hunters to contain this contact. I don't exactly know. I'm spitballing and theorizing. If you don't like my theory, tough. I'm going to interpret the story how I interpret it, and you're just going to have to go along with me or not. But it seems like the church is in the business of making contact with these things, as is Bergenworth. And it's the hunter's job to contain them once they get out of control. And the hunters have been covering up for the church for a long time. Hence why there was that connection with the old abandoned workshop. And hence why there's not now. Where the church at one time was part of that whole hunters thing, where they were making their own weapons, and then they fell out of that business. They just quit doing it. So it's like they went from being like, well, we could do this, or we could just use it and get more power. And that ended up corrupting them, because they're using the very thing that is changing them, that is continuing to come, that is continuing to create problems. And Mensis the whole time is like, we're summoning our own. We don't care. Take us into the light. So, but I think that's going to do it for this episode and this playthrough of Bloodborne. I may come back and do another run. Not tomorrow. Not next week or next month. But for now, it's going to go to sleep. It doesn't mean it's going to go away forever. If I get bored, I'll do another run. Maybe do a quick run. Try to do one that's not 40 episodes long. Try to see how quickly I can do it. Maybe get it down to 4-hour run. Try to speed run it some, because I like speed running. I got Dark Souls 1 down back in the day to like 1.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this playthrough of Bloodborne. I have super enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you hit that like button. Hitting the like button always helps me out and lets me know what you like. If you want to see more good content and more playthroughs like this one, make sure you're subscribed. And make sure you hit the notification bell, because that lets you know when I drop a new video. My schedule's wonky right now. Until I get this whole thing with my mom and my family figured out. But we'll be getting back to more regular content soon enough. So thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Next thing we got to do is finish up Sekiro. And Sekiro, I've got Demon of Hatred, and then whatever the final little bit is. We got to go to the field and find out. But after now that this is done, we'll be starting Witcher 3, I believe. If not Witcher 3, God of War at some point. But yeah, we'll be starting Witcher 3 Doom, and then probably 2 classic playthroughs to just kind of rotate in, so it's not 2 games constantly going at the same time. That way you get a little bit of variety, you get some mixing and matching, and you guys can watch what you want to watch. If there's one series you don't like, you can, that way you're not like, well, that's half of what he's doing, so I'm just not going to watch half the time. That way you guys get some variety, I felt with this, I was very constricted. I felt like From Software was on the list. I felt like I was fighting Miyazaki-san every episode. Didn't matter which one I was doing. But at the same time, I've loved it. I love Miyazaki-san. I love the From Software games. I'm so looking forward to Elden Rings. So anyways, if you're still with me, thanks for being on this journey. Thanks for coming with me on this adventure, guys. I really appreciate all your support, and for you guys joining me as I go through these dungeons. And thanks for being with me. Till our next adventures, Dungeon Dwellers. See ya.